And they devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and the fellowship, to the breaking of bread and the prayers. Acts 2, verse 42. When I was growing up, whenever we filled up with gas, my dad would write down in a ledger the odometer reading, the number of gallons he put in, and the total cost. When I started driving, I did the same thing. I figured I could check my miles per gallon anytime I wanted, and if it dropped substantially, it would be an indication that a tune-up was in order. Then one day, I made a life-altering decision. I filled up with gas and didn't write anything in the book. I waited for something disastrous to happen, but nothing did. I'm glad I made the decision to discontinue that habit all those years ago. My vehicles now tell me my miles per gallon, and tune-ups are reasonably rare. I think the same thing can happen in a person's life. Their parents insisted that they go to church, and so they did. They considered a few of the benefits like seeing friends and having meals and goodies on occasion, but then one day they made a life-altering decision. They decided not to go to church. They waited for the lightning to strike or some other natural disaster to happen, but nothing did. And based on that assessment of the consequences for missing, they decided that missing church wasn't such a big deal. However, I'm here to tell you that the benefits of going to church are significantly greater than the benefits of writing down the info every time you fill up with gas. The early believers saw gathering for worship as a priority. It was there that they heard the word read and preached, received the Lord's Supper, joined in the prayers, and shared life together. Don't listen to the devil who would deceptively say that missing church is no big deal. Missing church is like missing a meal. One, then another, until pretty soon the person is withering away due to a starvation diet. So it is with faith. Faith needs to be fed, nurtured, and encouraged. And one of the best places for that to happen is church. If you know someone who has gotten out of the habit of going to church, encourage them to get back in the habit. It's one of the sources of life that God has given us for our Christian faith. And by going to church, we have the best chance of having a full tank. Press on in the Lord.